This is the end.
For weeks, the gateway to the end sat in suffocating silence. The dragon waited. The void, it hungered. From the highest peaks to the deepest shadows of Exandria, the call went out. Steel was forged, ancient magic was bound, and blood oaths were sworn. They prepared for a battle unlike any Exandrian had ever seen. This wasn't just a fight. This was the moment Exandria would crown its first Dragon Slayer. This wasn't just another fight. This was the first major event ever held on the server. Something everyone could take part of. Something everyone could prepare for. Something that would decide who would become Exandria's first Dragon Slayer. To make sure the event was fair for everyone, an end portal was opened up at spawn. No racing across the world searching for strongholds. No groups locking others out of the fight. If you were ready, you could enter. Across Exandria, players began preparing. Some gathered into teams, sharing gear, planning routes, deciding roles. Others chose to go at it alone. Because while many players could fight the dragon, only one would earn the title. Most players assembled at the portal at spawn, but not everyone. Some groups waited beside strongholds. Everyone knew what the event was. It was an end dragon fight. But this wasn't the normal encounter players were used to. It had been modified. Stronger, less predictable. Different? How different? No one knew yet. Then moments before entry, someone threw an invisibility potion into the crowd. Players vanished. All at once, it became impossible to tell who was standing beside you. And just like that, chaos had already begun. Then, the countdown started. Players stepped closer to the portal. Supplies checked one last time. Teams gathered tight. Solo players stood ready. History was about to begin. The portal opened, and players rushed in. Most were expecting a single entry point. Instead of arriving together, players were scattered across 4 separate platforms placed around the arena. Teams were split instantly. Plans broke apart before they even began. And for a few seconds, no one knew where anyone else was. To prevent players from being eliminated before the fight could even begin, PvP was disabled on those entry platforms. Everyone had a moment to prepare, a moment to look around. From every direction, players began moving towards the central structure, and very quickly, it became clear the battlefield itself had been modified. Then, only moments into the fight, first player was eliminated. Rocco claimed the first kill against Mother. PvP inside the end was fully active. Keep inventory was enabled for the event, but there was a catch. Any player eliminated would be locked out of the end for 2 full minutes. So, in those opening moments, many players made a decision. They didn't go for the dragon, they went for each other. Fights broke out across the end. Bushes, chases, quick eliminations. Players were trying to delay each other before the real battle even began. Meanwhile, a smaller group made a different choice. Instead of fighting players, they went straight to the end crystals. While everyone else fought on the ground below, someone else was preparing for something entirely different.
Muon sneaking up into the tower. He's fighting some of the mimics. Oh my goodness.
Marlon is getting gangbanged.
Zeus is high up in the sky, getting hit by...
End mimic? What's an end mimic? Is that the fucking chokers?
Yeah.
What's the shoulders?
The shulkers are causing chaos everywhere. It's a chaotic
Anyone
fight.
at the top?
No, I don't think anyone's at the top. Alright, who is building this huge tower?
It's King Dominic. I'm literally up here with it.
Does he know that there's no mace damage? Oh, he's going for a spear. King Dominic's going for a snipe here, I think. That's going to be interesting to see later. There seems to be a group of players in the tower itself getting stuck, getting hit by the shulkers.
They're here. They're right here in the middle, literally.
As the dust settles, the dragon was still at full health. Something interesting started to happen. Players naturally began splitting into roles. Some players focused on destroying the end crystals as quickly as possible. Others chose a different path entirely, running across the arena looking for fights, trying to delay competitors before the dragon even became the main objective. Some players weren't interested in the dragon at all. They were just hunting loot. At one point, someone even built a flying machine and left the battlefield entirely, heading out to search for an elytra instead. Meanwhile, another group understood something important very early. Position mattered, because in fights like this, the center tower decides everything. That's where the dragon was expected to perch. Whoever controlled the center would control the moment that mattered most. So players began fighting for it. But the arena wasn't empty. Stalkers floated between platforms. Vexes darted through the air. Phantoms circled overhead. Every mob inside of the end had been buffed. Slightly more health, slightly more damage, just enough to make it challenging. And movement itself had been nerfed. Elytra rocket bursts were disabled, which meant elytras suddenly worked very differently than players were used to. And unintentionally, ender pearls had become risky as well. Using one didn't just reposition you, it sent you all the way back to the starting platform. Suddenly, mobility wasn't free anymore.
There's a total of two Vex spawners and 2 Shulker spawners. We see Mythic Gun and Lobster fighting it out down here. Lobster is flying up though. He's gonna see Jackson here. I wonder if they're in the same team. Taking damage. Lobster.
Lobster, go!
Jackson.
Jackson is hitting him.
Oh, they're not allies. Dragon is losing HP. Mythic Gun versus Lobster at the top up here. Andrea here to help. Phantoms are started spawning. Mythic Gun is being harassed by the Phantoms.
The Phantom is amazing.
We got chaos going on here. Bluehorn is being hit by every shulker possible. There's still a fight going on here between Jackson and Mythic. The Vexes are coming in. The Phantoms are coming in. Zeus is here to help his team. Where is the dragon?
Eventually, a group managed to take control of the center tower. They cleared the mobs, held the structure, and waited, because everyone knew what came next. The dragon would perch, and whoever was ready for it when it landed would have their chance. So they waited and waited, but the dragon never came down. Instead, it kept circling high above the arena. The center had been secured, the advantage had been claimed, and yet somehow, the opportunity that everyone was fighting for never arrived.
Wait!
Oh, he's perched up top!
Someone built!
Oh, but it is causing issues. It is causing issues with the perching. Perching mechanics are a bit messed up here. We see, so they've opted to just shoot arrows at it instead.
By this point, every end crystal was destroyed. There was no way left for the dragon to heal. No objectives left to capture. No structures left to control. All that remained was the dragon itself. And with the perch mechanics no longer working, players adapted. The only option left? From every direction across the arena, arrows began flying. Players spread across towers, bridges, platforms, and open ground, all aiming upward. Each arrow mattered. Each hit brought the dragon one step closer to defeat. Meanwhile, the chaos on the battlefield hadn't stopped. Fights were still breaking out. Players were still delaying each other, still chasing, still trying to remove competition before the final moment arrived. Even now, right near the end, the battlefield refused to slow down, because everyone understood what was coming. The dragon's health was dropping, lower and lower and lower. Every arrow mattered now. Every shot could be the one. Every player still standing had the same question in mind. Who was going to land the final hit? Who would become Exandria's first Dragon Slayer?
Jackson King is on top of the pillar getting fucked by a dragon.
That is, yes, that's definitely going in the video. The dragon is getting
Oh,
low.
imagine.
Arrows being shot, arrows being fired.
Come on, who's gonna take it? Come on! Oh. Three to four more hits.
Oh my god. Oh my
Three
god.
more.
It's so close.